The bells rang for 4 minutes. One for every century since the arrival of the first African slaves in the English-speaking colonies that would become America. Taken from what is now Angola, they were sold for food to the struggling colonists, the first of hundreds of thousands that would follow, creating history, changing history.
Don't let other people define who we are and who we were, who our ancestors were, because when you read the typical history books, it's their version of history. They do not tell you about the good things that we did. They tell you about our ancestry was all about slavery. And our Africans were not slaves, we were enslaved.
We're here today to pick up those broken pieces and try to heal from the wounds of slavery. Everyone was infected. Slavery was an international trade, and everyone profited. Many people profited from the slave trade, and many people were broken by it.
This is 400 years ago, where my ancestors came across on those boats as what are called venture servants. And I wanted my wife to know a little bit about the history of my people.
Even after the abolition of slavery, African Americans faced open hostility, brutality, murder, efforts to block integration, attempts to stop them voting.
It is calling all of us to heal the wounds of pain.
In recent years, they've seen the rise of white nationalism and overt racism. There are those who believe that the legacy of what happened 400 years ago has never been fully addressed, that there's still inequality, still discrimination. And until those are fixed, then America will never truly be a united state.
America still has a legal muscle memory towards racialism, towards inequality. And so after 400 years, historians are now telling that truer story, that more accurate story about the true origins of our nation, about this original sin that people talk about.
The waves delivered the 20 and odd slaves as they were described. They would never leave these shores again and would never have imagined 400 years on their lives, their legacy would be remembered by so many people who felt connected. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, Hampton, Virginia.